Hey guys, and welcome to special issue 1 on Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. We're going to be doing the Proton packs. It says also that we are going to be getting a ghost trap in here as well. So I've heard a lot of people didn't get the ghost trap, but we will check. What we're going to do is we are going to grab out all of the pieces that we need, and then we'll just run through the parts list, and then we'll get building these Proton packs. So see you in a sec. Okay guys, we're going to do this one a little bit differently. We're going to take out the screws, but we're going to just leave everything in there. There are 2 of these. As you can see here, you get 2 Proton packs. I think there's 4 altogether, so that'll probably be special issue 2. We will just quickly take these out. We're not going to run through the parts list. We're just going to build as we go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one with you guys, and then I'm going to go build the second one by myself. This is the first piece it's asking us to get. This is going to be S1A, and we want to take S1D. S1D is going to be this one, and what it's asking us here to do. It also already has, there's so much detail on there, but it already has the detail on it. So with the screws, we've only got HP and EP screws, so we shouldn't get it wrong too much. That wants us to just first of all install that into here. So what we're going to do is got a little locating logo that just got to go into there like that. It wants us to pop in a little screw in here, so we're going to quickly put an HP screw in there. So see if we can just do this. Hopefully these screws won't take long to do up, so we could possibly just do this in real time to see how long it takes us to build one of the Proton packs. That'd be quite cool to do. Right, so there you go. So that's now that section complete already. So that's what it's asking us to do on that bit. Then it's asking us to go take figure A again. So we're going to make figure A, and then we're going to put it onto figure B. This is calling this figure B. So it wants us to take this weird looking device here, which is S1E, which has got a really delicate piece on there, so be careful not to break that, because that is really flimsy, and this is all plastic, so make sure you don't break that. You want to take the cover that goes on there as well. There should be a cover, which there is, it's just here. So you just need to take this, and you will need to just attach this into there, like so. That just slots into there. And then you will need another 2 EP screws. Again, all EP is over here. Again, what we want to do is we want to put this in, hopefully, and do the whole thing in real time without it taking too long, to see how long it takes to build one of these Proton packs, because it would be nice just to see how long it actually takes to do one of these. Bearing in mind, I'm building as we go. We do build videos to help you guys. So if we make a mistake and then you want to watch the video before you decide to build yours, just in case you want to know if there's any issues with it, then you are already heads up and you know what's going on. So that's what it's asking us to do there. Now we need to make figure B. Figure B is going to be this section here, and then it wants us to attach that into there. So that slots into that little groove there, as you can see. Just like that, and then we're going to attach that with 2 EP screws. We're running out of these EP screws quite quickly, so I'm hoping the rest of it is held together by the HP screws, because this is my last 2 EP screws here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to screw that into there. Like I said, I wanted to do it in real time because I want to know how long it's going to take to build a Proton pack. You know, I always fast forward through my videos, because when I'm doing a screw up, I feel that it's probably best to just fast forward for doing a screw up, because no one wants to sit there watching somebody do a screw up, and then here I am making you watch me put screws in. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, so that's the second one in there. So they're the 2 EP screws. You want to be really careful when you're doing plastic up, because if you round it off, the screw's not going to stay, and it's going to break, and you don't want it to break. So that's what that should look like at this stage. So there you go. So that's on the side there. As I said, really fiddly. Don't push down on this, and don't hold on to that, because you will break that off. That rod is not going to last for long. Right, so the next one is wanting us to get is S1G, which is just that little T-piece there. And then it wants us to get some sort of weird hose. I'm not too sure where that weird hose piece is. Let's see if we can find... Oh, it's in here, okay. So it looks like this. It feels like it's a metal spring. So, there you go. So what it wants us to do is it wants us to attach this metal spring piece into here. So one end's capped off, one end isn't. So you can only put it in one side. So push it in the side that isn't capped off, just as obviously, I guess, as far as you can. With it being a spring, I guess it will just hold into place, which it does. It's pretty good. And then it wants us to put it, I'll put it this way around. It wants us to put it into this section here. And then once it's in there, it wants us to knead it around here into that gap and then go up and over for it to go into the hole there. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to see if we can get it to go in there. But we're going to push it into that hole. Is that going to go? Yeah, so that's gone in there fine. So that's now there. But while you're holding on to that, don't let that go because you need to put an HP screw in the bottom here. So what we're going to do now is take a HP screw, put it into there, and then tighten it up. But remember, guys, that little rod on the side, do not break that rod, this rod here. Be careful of that rod. Right, so that's what that wants that to look like. I guess that's how it wants us to do that. Yeah, there you go. So it wants that to look like that. So I don't know if you can see it. So that goes into there, and then all the way around here, and then into that T-piece there, T-piece section there, and then on the back is held in by that HP screw, just in the back in the middle there, just there, guys. Okay, right, so that's what that is looking like so far, one proton pack down. So let's move that to the side for a second because it now wants us to build onto another section. This at the end here doesn't look great. I'm not too sure whether it's meant to look like that or not, but we'll see. So we might have to cut that or something because that end doesn't look right to me. You see that? It's a bit frayed, and it isn't frayed in the other one. So we're going to go with it though. We're going to go with it. Right, so it wants us, this is called S1H, and it wants us to attach this piece, which is S1I or L. I always get them confused. And this just sits into that section there, like so. And it wants us to put that in with another HP screw. So let's take another HP screw. I don't know why this, I mean, obviously it's good because it's great for it to be magnetic, but this isn't a magnetic screwdriver. So quite lucky for it to be like that. Right, so I'm just screwing that into there. So this is now figure A again on the next section. So that is like that. That piece goes in there like that. So that is for there, okay? So what it's asking after that now is for us to put S1J. S1J is this tiny little piece here. Possibly could do with a little bit of super glue, I would say, which is that bit there. And it's saying that that just slots in to the top of that hole. It does slot in quite well. And it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. If you are not sure, you want to make sure that's in there more secure, then just go ahead and just screw it in place, and it's not going to hurt or anything. So, right, so the next thing we're going to have to do is take S1P. We're going to have to go to the front of the book quickly because S1P, we're not too sure what it looks like because we didn't check our parts off. So the piece that we were looking for, guys, is going to be this little one here. So that is going to be the one that we're looking for, which is the black piece. So that wants us to put this. It's going to be fiddly. You're probably going to have to use your tweezers. But let's have a look because this is the only black piece that's there. Again, be careful not to break these rods off because you can break them off if you're not careful. You just want to sort of ease them over and then push them down. Like that, and then you need to spin this around like so, and then that needs to go into the back of there. So let's just do that now. Right, so now that is now into that section there. So it just needed to look like that. So your piece should have that bit looking like this. So then you've got that bit that goes around, and then you've got the top bit that goes on the section there. I love how much detail has gone into the top of that right in there. So on this, just absolutely amazing. So it's just so much detail in there. Right, so that is what it wants us to do there, okay? So now we just need to move on and install some more pieces. So you want to put this piece out of the way again. We're going to be now working back on this. Okay guys, I'm not going to pretend that wasn't easy to do. I couldn't do it in real time because it was frustrating as hell. So it was asking us to put the S1K and S1L in place. So basically you want to put the black wire that runs all the way down there into that little nibbly bit there. The red cable which just goes over into there. They're a nightmare to get down into there. Also the other red cable goes all the way down there into that side. And then the blue cable goes from here all the way around and into there as well. So we'll carry on from here. Like I said, that took a bit of time. So that was a bit of a nightmare to do. It tells us on this in this magazine that we're going to be doing the ghost trap, but we don't have the ghost trap to build, which is quite frustrating really, because I'm wondering where that ghost trap is then. But this is probably the instructions to do all of them when we get them, so perhaps they don't realise that we haven't got it yet. So we're just going to be doing the proton packs by the looks of it. But once you have done that section of the with the wires that are a nightmare to do, there isn't really too much more left on this to go. So what it wants us to do now is to pop this little thing here. It wants us to put this into this. So it's not asking us to put it in like a certain way or anything like that, but this thing will hold it in place. So the backing will hold it in place. The backing is S1B. So what it's asking us to do is just place that in there lightly. It's a good job because my end is actually mashed up. So, and then this section here will now hold that into place. So with that pushed down, that's not going to come out of there. So that's good. So what we need to do is we will need to attach that on the back there. So we're just going to go pop 4 HP screws in the back here, and then we'll come back in a second, right guys? Okay, so that wasn't too strenuous to do. So as you can see in the back there, we had to put the 4 HP screws in, and we just need to make sure that this piece here is put into there so it grips onto it. As you can see, that sort of grips it there in that corner. So it's quite good. It's not going to come out. It's quite tight. I don't want to pull it too much because it is a spring, so it is quite springy. So I don't want to damage that. The last piece it's asking us to put on is going to be this bit here. So it's asking us just to place that onto this section here, like so. Mainly at the top there. So does it go at the top? So if that's that way round, it needs to go like that. There you go. So it will just fit in there like so. So what we need to do now is we need to go put 2 more HP screws in again, guys, and then we will be completed on this proton pack. So I'm just going to go do that, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but anyway, so these are now S1C is this main like backpack carrier piece, and then you needed to just put 2 HP screws in there, which we have now done. I'm not too sure how this holds on. Sure, there was probably a way. Maybe it clips into the side of this. I really don't know. There is a hole in there, but I don't know where it would go. I have no idea how it would stay in place, but I'm thinking it would probably attach to the side here somewhere. By the pictures, it's showing that it goes there, but I don't know. I can't really see where. But there, anyway, that is it. Pretty much, that is how that goes together. So that is that proton pack. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly go build the other one, and then I'm going to show you them both together. So be back in a sec, guys. Hey guys, guess what? I completely forgot a piece. So on the side of these S1N and S10 are these 2 bits here. So I forgot to mention that while I was building the other one, I forgot to put these 2 side bits on here. So they're the little pipes. The red one goes there and then the blue one goes there. If you do get stuck, you can see the front of the magazine, and it does show you a picture of this all together. So that's really good. Okay. A little top tip for when you're putting these on. So if I just show you on this one, because I'm just copying this one, I'm not going through the book, I'm just quickly speed building through this, is if you struggle to get these end of these hoses on, take your tweezers and then just stick it in the end and then just push it through the end there. And then what that will do is just widen the end for you, enough for it to go over the top easier. They don't fall off, don't worry, I've done it on both of them now. So, and then just push that down the end there. As you can see, it goes on the tweezer really easily because it's small, and then it goes all the way up. And then when it comes to putting them on to the model, let's just show you one here. You just need to line it up, and then it just pushes down lovely like that, see? And it goes in nicely, and then you just twist it around. And then this one is to go on the end of there. This top one I think is a little bit thicker than the other one, but I will show you that it does go on. And there you go. So once you've widened them, it's a lot easier to put them on. Guys, I'll be back when I built this. See you in a sec. Okay guys, the 2 Proton packs are now complete. Here we go. I'll try and hold them behind so you can see them. So that's what they look like there. So that's all now done. The only annoying thing about this is really just these bits on the end. They do not stay. So, I mean, on the picture it shows that they're this way round. So I guess it hooks on that way around. And they show that it attaches at the side. There is really nowhere for it to attach at the side. It's meant to sit like that, but it doesn't. It just sort of springs out of action. So yeah, so they're supposed to go like this, and then they're supposed to have the Proton packs at the side like that. But as I said, all they want to do is move. They don't clip in or go anywhere. They just sit at the side, but they just spring out like this as much as they want to. So there's probably a way that we could perhaps, if there isn't a way of attaching this so that that sticks to the side, I will possibly mount a magnet in that hole, and then a little bit of metal on there, paint it black, and then attach it that way so that at least it stays on there, because that's going to really annoy me that that doesn't go on there. But yeah, that's it guys. So it's now built. Like I said, little top tip is just to put your tweezers in the end of the pipes if you need to, but that is it. It does tell you that we have to build the ghost trap, which we don't have, so I'm guessing we're going to get them with the next 2, because there is 4 of these in total. So I'm going to guess we're going to get those with the next 2, which will be really cool. Reading through, there's a lot of information in here about how they did stuff on set, so I would definitely check that out. This is what it's going to look like when it's done, so it should look like this when the special issues are done. So I can't wait to do the next ones with you guys. Please like, share, and remember, hit this button here, which is the subscribe button, to see more videos like this. Take care now. Bye bye.